In this video, I'm going to design a logo, but it's going to be in Microsoft Paint from Windows 98. Let's go. If you're new to this channel, then don't forget to click that subscribe button for plenty more tips, tricks, hacks, tutorials, and design inspiration videos. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified every time that I post. So the way this series works is you guys send me design requests and I have to try and make it in Microsoft Paint from Windows 98. This week is episode 3 of the Made in Paint series, and today's submission comes from God's Work Media over on Instagram, and Ewan, the guy who runs it, has suggested that I make a Greenland-based polar bear charity logo. So as with all these other designs, I give myself 20 minutes and I've got to put something together on Microsoft Paint. Whatever we finish with is the finished product. We don't get any more time, we just get 20 minutes and you're going to come along with me on the journey. So I've got a timer here for 20 minutes and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so a Greenland-based polar bear charity. So the first thing we need to do is get a polar bear and put it in place. So I'm not going to be able to draw a polar bear in Microsoft Paint, let's be honest. I'm not an illustrator, so even in Illustrator or Procreate, I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I've done is jumped onto pixabay.com and found an illustration of a polar bear. And I have chosen two. I've got this kind of like polar bear here that's kind of just like a fuzzy one. I've got this one that's kind of including the scenery. Now I like this one because it kind of gives this like kind of frame that we can start to build a logo around, and it's got that kind of like rock and ice that reminds you of Greenland. So we're going to bring that straight in, and to do that we're going to go to File, Edit, Paste From, and then we're going to go to the desktop here and I'm going to bring in that image. I'm going to click Crop, so we want the artboard to stay the same size, and now we're going to kind of just reduce the size of this and hope that it doesn't look too out of place. Okay, once we've placed this is our problem. Once this is placed, we can't move it without destroying everything else. So just to be really careful about that. Okay, so I think that's going to work for now. We may be able to move it later on, but we're going to try and use what we've got. And so now I'm going to use, I was thinking about how to make it kind of like Greenland based, and we're going to use Nuuk, which is the capital of Greenland, N-U-U-K. And so this is going to be a Nuuk based, Greenland based polar bear charity logo. And so we're just going to get Nuuk there nice and big. And I wanted to go down like this whole like save the bears or save the polar bears kind of theme. So we're going to try something along those lines. But firstly, we're just going to get some text in. Let's get the N in Nuuk started first. Do we have the N here? There you go. Let's have a look at our other font options. See, every time I come into here, it's just like automatically set to Georgia because I keep using that font. And I think it's going to be the same for this one as well. So maybe let's just bring the sizing down a little bit if we can. Try that again. Let's try this at 450. Like that, and then put N here. Okay. All right, we'll just bring the sizing in a little bit. I've never been to Greenland before. I'd love to go. I know you have to get like, it's a pretty intense journey there, but it's a pretty cool place, very remote. Okay, so that's our N. So we're gonna bring in a U now. Okay, and then we'll do another U. Now I like the cursiveness of Georgia as a font. So I kind of like the way that curves over the top and gives that kind of like cool negative space. So let's try something like that. And let's bring a K in as well. Okay, let's resize this. Can I rotate it? Does it allow me to rotate? I must be able to rotate it, surely. Okay, I don't think I can. Edit or image, rotate. No. All right, so we're just gonna leave that as is, I think. So that's our nook part. So we just zoom out a little bit. Okay, not bad, not bad. Not great, but not bad. All right, so let's go back in and zoom. Okay, nope. All right, let's add save the polar bears in. We've got 15 minutes left, so we've got quite a lot of time. Let's maybe make this in more like a regular font. Okay, so I've done that because what we can do now is move this around a little bit and try and get kind of some form of composition going. Now I like this top text here, and I like the idea of maybe having the text at the bottom as well, like down here. So I wonder, what's the Greenland flag? Shall I have a look? Okay, so that's I've never seen that flag before in my entire life. I had no clue that's what it was, but that could be cool. Okay, so idea. Let's take these pieces of text here. Now I've got to be careful how I do this, because if I overlap anything, it gets ruined. Let's bring that down here. In fact, actually, we know what we're going to say, so let's get rid of this for now, and then we'll come back to that in a minute. This is the worst way. I just wish at this point we had layers on Photoshop, where you could just remove this layer, but you have to literally go through and erase everything, which is not great if you make a mistake. Okay, so let's see if I can just like fill this in with white. Maybe that's a better idea. No, it's not. Oh, I got an idea. Let's do a white rectangle. Can we do that? There you go. What am I talking about? It's easy. All right, so let's select this, the polar bear, and we're going to drop the size of this like so. And now what we're going to try and do is like incorporate, I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're going to try and incorporate the the Greenland flag. We're trying to incorporate into the bear, or like this image here. So let's get what color is it? It's like an off red, and now it's not going to be perfect color. Colors, edit colors. I'm going to choose a color. It's going to be something like that, I think. Okay, and then how does that work? So we've got a red circle. So we're going to need to do a red part underneath. So maybe we need to move this guy on for a sec over here, just down here like this. And then we're going to do red, like so. And then we need to do, I've got to think about this in almost like a process, like mathematical kind of way. Then we're going to do white, I think, a white circle, which means I have to choose white. That would help, wouldn't it? Can I move that? No, so I have to really just guess, don't I? And is that, so it doesn't sit entirely. Like so. And then I need to do a white part like that. And then I need to try and do a red. Let's try and do a red semicircle now. That's about the same size but in a different place. Just a big shot in the dark, this. And then let's take that, and we're gonna make that, can we get rid of that? Maybe we can just colour that over that with white. Like that. Okay, and then if we select that, can I just bring that over? Ooh. Why hasn't that worked? So let's select it like that. So this is all trial and error. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Let's try, let's just try getting rid of that for a sec and trying again. So we've got this.
No, God, please, no!
Oh, even that's going to be a problem. Okay. So if I select it like that, can I move it now? Ah, okay, so I can move that. Right, okay. So, now I know what I need to do. So I need to bring back that red circle, don't I? Like this. Which I hope it's kind of the same size. And then I need to put a white rectangle over the top like this. White, not red. I've got 9 minutes left. So hopefully we'll be able to do this. And then now I'm going to select it, but I'm going to have that, I'm going to have transparency off. All right, so I'm going to make that a bit bigger. Like so. Okay, and then I need to add the red. I'm gonna need to add the red in as well. So there's probably a better way of doing this. I bet people are literally watching this right now thinking, I could have done a much better job. Well, get your own series. I'm just kidding, please stay. All right, it's a little bit on the janky side, but I think it can pass. Let's get rid of this square now, here. And then we're gonna select all of this, like so. And hopefully, if I've done my job correctly, which there's no guarantee that I have, I can do this. Where's that come from? Let me just try selecting what we've got exactly and nothing else, like that. Okay, then I'm going to bring this down in size so I can kind of preserve it in the corner here for a sec. And then I'm going to get rid of that by just paint bucket, bomb. And now I'm also, and this is slightly controversial, going to get rid of the polar bear, but he's going to come back in a minute. He's just going away for a sec so that we can fulfill our job. So let's cover you over as well. Just so I have a feeling I've done something really wrong and that's why it's causing all these issues. And now we're going to make this bigger, like this. Okay. Maybe I made that a bit too big. Ooh, don't want to do that. Okay, so just like that. And then now let's try bringing in, if I edit, paste from, let's try bringing that polar bear back in now. See? Okay, all right. I mean, I already see this in Urban Outfitters on a t-shirt, I don't know about you. And it's made in Microsoft Paint, so. Let's do that, and then make that a bit bigger. Like that. Okay, then I need to get rid of this section here, make that white. Like so. And then what if I like made one of the, like maybe we can make one of the things red. So it's like, you look after the polar bear, it's your responsibility. So we can say you there, like so. And then, I have no clue what I'm doing right now. let's make that an outline, and maybe we'll just like black outline that, even though it's not a flag, maybe that will help. No. Okay, I've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, so kind of need to get this moving. So maybe if I could like color in these sections. Yeah, there we go. See, you wouldn't be able to do this as easily in Paint, in Photoshop. That's the thing. There are some things that are easier to do in Paint, apart from that. And then let's color that bit in. Hey, I don't know about you, but I think let's zoom that out for a sec. 20%, bomb. All right, it looked a lot better than close up than it looks far away, but that's okay. I'm now starting to realize that maybe this wasn't quite as good as I thought it would be. All right, let's make this black again because I feel like this is letting me down. And then we're gonna make this, I'm gonna grab this and we're just gonna reduce the size of that a little bit so it's not taking up all the room. So it's like nook here. And then we're going to take this illustration, and maybe I'll make this illustration smaller. Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe it needs to be more like that. View, zoom, custom, 20. No. Let's keep it like that. And then we're going to get a bit of text down here saying, save the polar bears. Because this is an aggressive call to action, as all call to action should be. Okay, I don't know if this is actually going to do, like this is going to win any awards. It's just annoying me how like crusty this circle is. Like it's just sort of got worse and worse as we've adjusted it. So I kind of just want to cover it over if I can with like a... All right, yeah. Okay, and then we're just going to do like a rectangle down here as well. Boom. And then we'll just paint over, how much time? Oh, 1 minute left, okay. We'll just paint over this here, like so. Boom. Nice. I've never been up against time this much before in this series. Normally I'm like done by this time. Just shows what a work of art this is. And then I'm gonna make that nook thing bigger because it just needs it. No. Okay, maybe we can't make the nook thing bigger. Ah, yeah, I can. All right, let's take a quick, hurry up. 30 seconds left to go. All right. Come on. 20 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna have to give up. That's it, I'm done. Greenland-based Nook Greenland-based polar bear charity logo made in Microsoft Paint. Here it is. I don't think that's too bad. It's probably not a logo, it's more of like an illustration sort of thing, but I managed to get in 20 minutes using software that's, you know, nearly 30 years old. I managed to get some kind of word mark, Nook. I've got the flag integrated, I've got an illustration of a polar bear. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's not scalable. If I zoom out to 20%, you'll see it doesn't really work that far away. But I don't think that's too bad. I could see that on a t-shirt in Urban Outfitters, and I would go in and buy it. Maybe if it didn't have such crusty edges, but I consider that a success. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. It really does go a long way to helping this channel, and also consider subscribing for plenty more videos like this to come. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.